everybody, welcome to Elder Geeks Elder Speak. Today is Friday, August 15th, 2014. My name is Randy Asenchak. I'm the editor of ElderGeek.com. In the background today, you're not going to be seeing any gameplay footage. There might be a few, snips from Chrono Trigger or something back there, but for the most part, there's not going to be that much gameplay footage. I'm using this opportunity today to announce the musicians that are going to be appearing on the 25 Games for My Son Chrono Trigger soundtrack. I am excited. I am astounded at the caliber of people who are going to be working on this, and to be honest with you, I'm a little overwhelmed, but in a good way. I feel like collaborative projects should always make you strive to better yourself and always put your best foot forward, and that is definitely the case in here. I feel like I need to pick up my game to match their water level, so to speak. On this soundtrack are going to be Patti Rudisill and Kristin Naigus. Now, Patti and Kristin, everybody has heard them on the previous soundtrack, 25 Games for My Son Legend of Zelda episode, Ocarina of Time. They did a remarkable job. If you haven't heard the full soundtrack, go and give it a listen. It is amazing what two people together have done. Patti and Kristin in their full-time jobs are orchestral musicians. Patti plays the violin and the viola. I believe she also plays the piano. Kristin specializes in woodwinds, but mostly the oboe. And between the two of them, you've heard them on dozens of video game soundtracks. And actually recently, the Abzu trailer that just came out. The very first instrument that you hear in that trailer, that solo oboe, that's Kristin. So soundtrack's by Austin Wintory, but that was Kristin playing the oboe. So I'm very excited and super pleased that they're going to be coming back and helping out with this soundtrack. Also on this soundtrack is going to be Elder Geek's very own TenchuX. A lot of people know TenchuX because he's been helping out Elder Geek for a very long time now. TenchuX has helped me put together our charity marathons in the past, but he's also a very, very active video game music remixer. And I'm excited to have him supply a couple of tracks as well. And I think he's been excited about this. He knew that this soundtrack was coming up, and I think he's been working on his tracks for a little while. So they sound great too. So I'm very excited about sharing them with everybody. New to the soundtrack is also going to be Josh Whelchel. Josh and I have worked together in a capacity. In the past, Josh has appeared on a couple of Elder Geek shows. I've used Josh's music that he's recorded for other things in some of my videos in the past, but this is the first time that we're actually actively collaborating on one project, so I'm really excited about that. Josh's music you've heard in Castle Story, in Gun Girl. You've also heard his music in Scrolls, and there's a few other games that he's currently working on as well. Leading into that is somebody else who's been associated with Elder Geek stuff in the past is the HyperDuck Soundworks guys. Everybody who has ever heard an Elder Geek video has heard a HyperDuck's music track. Boy, I said that stupidly, but Chris and Dan put together the Elder Geek theme that you hear at the end of every one of our videos, that like outro stinger or whatever we want to call that, where it has the most recent videos or just two recent videos. That's HyperDuck music, and they have also worked on a ton of music, or a ton of video games in the past. They worked on Dust and Elysian Tale. They worked on Penny Arcade's Rain Slick 4, and a bunch of other projects, and they're just outstanding. Everybody that's on this so far is really outstanding. But just added on to the list of musicians today is Ryan Ike, and I'm excited to have Ryan on board on this project as well, because people who have heard Ryan's music, you've heard him in Gunpoint. He's been on a few other smaller indie titles as well, but he is also working on an album for Interference, which is an upcoming side-scrolling stealth cyberpunk game. It's kind of like a cyberpunk version of Mark of the Ninja, it looks like. It looks pretty cool, but he's done the soundtrack for that. Ryan has a kind of a jazzy, sexy kind of sound to his music, and it's going to be really great to have his music on this. I think that the tracks that he's picked from the Chrono Trigger album are going to be a perfect fit for his style. Obviously, I'm not telling them how to do any of their tracks. The artists have total creative freedom over their own individual tracks, but together they've listed an impressive soundtrack. So when this comes out, which we're hoping is going to be in early December, I'm going to be very excited to share it with everybody. But I just kind of wanted to get the excitement started now. I know we're not even in the fall yet, but this is going to be great. I think, like I said, I think they're setting the bar high, and I've got to really strive to match their level, and I can't wait. There might be more musicians that are going to be hopping on in the future with us, and I'll do my best to let everybody know who might else be adding tracks to this album. But yeah, that ought to do it. I'm going to close out here because this has already been long enough, but honestly, thanks so much, everybody, and thanks to the musicians who are hopping on here. Show them your love. Go to their YouTube channels. Check out their SoundCloud channel so you can hear what kind of music they produce. And yeah, subscribe to them. Go to their Facebook pages. Tell them you said hey through Elder Geek, and etc., etc. Thanks, everybody. Hope you all have a great weekend.